Hey guys, if you're struggling with lag, stutters, or low FPS in DayZ, you're not alone. Even in 2025, DayZ remains one of the most intense and immersive survival experiences on PC. But it's also notorious for being a performance hog. Whether you're deep in the woods tracking a fresh spawn, or in the middle of a gunfight in Electro, poor performance can get you killed. That's why in this video, I'm breaking down the best DayZ settings to boost your FPS and improve overall performance without sacrificing too much visual quality. I've spent hours testing different configurations across a range of hardware, including mid-range and high-end systems, to find the sweet spot between visual fidelity and smooth gameplay. This guide will walk you through the most impactful graphic settings, launcher tweaks, Windows optimizations, and even a few config file edits that can give you a real edge. So whether you're new to the game or a seasoned survivor looking for a smoother experience in 2025, this video has everything you need to get DayZ running better than ever. So if you're tired of choppy frame rates and want a cleaner, more responsive experience, stick around, and always hit that like button. And let's dive into the best performance settings of DayZ. Alright guys, so I've jumped onto a live server. I've put all the settings onto low or disabled. So I'm basically running at 258 frames a second. So this is the worst it would look for me. Basically potato graphics. It still looks okay actually. Believe it or not, I've played DayZ over 10 years now, and yeah, this is better than the DayZ mod back in the days. But anyway, let's jump in. Hopefully that sun's not too blinding. Let's go into settings. Straight to video. Because I'm playing on a 3090, I've got it at 3400 by 1440 by 32. Always play with full screen. I currently have VSync disabled. NVIDIA cards, it runs better with it disabled. I've got it on, it doesn't really do much of a difference. You can't see it on the fly. It's more when you're running, moving really quickly. Get a fair bit of choppiness and stuff like that. So the first up, terrain visibility. You don't need to have it on extreme. So as you can see in the distance, those hills. So on poor, there's no hills. Let's go yes. So you can barely just see the range right there. We'll go back. Video. We'll put it up to low. It might be able to block out the sun if we go all the way up. High. Very high. And then extreme. So it blocks out a little bit of the sun. That would have been pretty funny if it blocked out the whole sun. That's a bit of advantage there. So we'll keep it on either high or very high. These two here are decent enough. I'll put it up to extreme, and I'll lose 100 frames just like that. So straight, very high and high. As you can see, it doesn't change much of the nearby buildings, the grass, plants and stuff like that. It all stays the same. So keep that on high. Object visibility, I try to keep this on medium. So if you put this on extreme as well, it's going to tank right down to 80 frames, so it tanks a fair bit. So you can leave everything on high or very high, or object visibility, leave it onto medium. Remember, I'm playing on a 3090. A lot of people, other people aren't, so I have to take that into consideration. Object detail, we try to keep this on medium to high. As you can see on the fly, look at the trees. So those trees look like a 2-year-old drew them. And then it goes up. They actually shrink. So medium, high, extreme. Okay, I was hoping that would grow a bit more in the heat extreme. Now let's keep that on medium. Texture detail, also keep this on medium to high. Just play around with it, see how many frames you lose, or because this is not an esport game, so you don't need to worry about the frames too much. As long as it's smooth, that's all you need. So I'll keep this on medium. Shadow detail, either keep it on low or poor. If you have it up on extreme, it takes a fair bit of your FPS, so keep this on, shadow detail on low. For the next one, the texture filtering, try and keep this on medium to high. So high, test it, medium, test it, and see the difference it does. I use the Steam FPS counter. You can just go into the settings in Steam and just enable it, and then it tells you what your frames are. Terrain surface detail, I'll keep this on medium. As you can see the dirt below my feet, have a look at the grass. So low, extreme. Extreme, you can actually count the actual grass follicles. And high, see, look, medium, extreme, and high, there's not much difference. You can just see a little thing move. So yeah, keep this one on medium. The post-process anti-aliasing, I try to keep this one on high. The hardware, keep that on low. Don't have it disabled. Just keep it on low. That'll keep the frames good. The foliage smoothing, keep this on enabled. So you just look at the grass. It's starting to get dark because the sun's descending, so it'll be quick here before it goes into dark. So yeah, keep that smooth. Makes all the trees look like trees, not just smudges with a paintbrush, as you know. Ambient occlusion, keep this one on low, because how dark it gets straight away. Watch the grass, it just lightens up. Post-process quality, also keep this one on low, because you go onto the higher ones, it's going to tank the FPS. Water reflections, don't even bother putting them on. You don't need to see yourself or your reflection in the water. Maybe in GTA or one of those games you can do that. Try and keep that on disabled. And then go apply. We'll do a quick run around, just see it. So I'm at 118 frames a second. Look how smooth it is. And it looks very, very good. And just before I finish up the video, I'll just crank everything up onto extreme, just so you guys can have a look, see what it's like. Extreme, extreme, everything on extreme or high. That's on high. I'll keep that enabled. We'll see if there's any water nearby. We can have a look at each other. There should be somewhere in here. Alright, so everything's on extreme, then it's dropped down to 72, 76. So this is the highest it's going to actually look. I don't mind it. Alright, so just one final setting. Just scroll down to your bottom right of your desktop. Right click the NVIDIA control panel. Once it loads, there we go. Manage 3D settings. And then go to program settings. And make sure you click DayZ, not the 64, the first one. And first, we want to cap the max frame rate at 120 FPS. At the default, it just has it at 0. And then this one here, the power management mode. Make sure, you hit prefer maximum performance. And then that would also boost your FPS, and there won't be any laggy frames. Make sure you apply them, and then just restart the game, and then you're good to go. Alright, so thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. I'm going to go through some of my games, go through the best settings, so stay tuned. I've got another revision of the Armor Reforger coming up soon. The best settings for CS2, and go through a few other games. If there are any games you want me to list the best settings for, please leave them down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.